quiet and hardworking. She always uses her initiative and never complains when the work gets a little challenging. She will receive an honors diploma and would like to study engineering, or as she says, something equally complicated and profitable. She's inspired by her parents. She said their love, faith, and constant support have shaped her into who she is and who she is becoming. Her favorite quote is, "She's unstoppable, not because she did not have failures or doubts, but because she continued despite having them." Rachel is thankful for her family, the lessons learned along the way, and most importantly, for God. The best thing about life right now is that she is graduating. She's excited about a beautiful ending and the new beginnings made possible by God, and the reminder that with Him, nothing is impossible. Her funniest moments were created in the senior lounge during tea time. Her advice to others is, don't rush to have everything figured out. Focus on learning who you are and what matters to you. Rachel, I pronounce God's greatest and richest blessings upon you, and I leave with you Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. God bless you, Rachel. Kiani Bonilla. Kiani is a beautiful young lady who is capable of so much more than she believes for herself. She would like to be remembered as someone who is strong-willed and stands up for what she believes. Her favorite quote is, "God will never let what you've lost be the best you've ever had." Kiani's inspiration in life comes from her mom, dad, and sister. She is thankful that she has finished high school and is moving to another part of her life journey. Her one piece of advice to others is, life gets better when you realize you never made a wrong decision. The choices you make leads you exactly where you are meant to be. Kiani, I pray that God will continue to bless you continually in everything that you do, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and I leave with you Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. God bless you. Drew Plania. Drew is diligent and a respectful young man. He's an honest student who wants to pursue a career as a software developer. His goal is to utilize programming and technology to support others. He was actively involved in robotics and the choir, and his inspiration in life comes from his mother and father, his godfather, who he calls Ning Nong, I hope I said that right, Art, and his aunt, Tita, May, Mrs. Knight, Mrs. Obando, and countless other friends and family. Drew is thankful for all the memories and moments with family and friends, especially during game time with his classmates. It's no coincidence that his funniest moments come from playing the game Mafia with his classmate and watching the sheer chaos unfold. His favorite quote is, "Work as if it depends on you. Pray as if all depends on God." One piece of advice he wants to leave with others is that every decision matters, even the seemingly mundane ones, so be intentional with every choice you make. And Drew, I leave with you Psalm 20, verse 4. May he grant your heart's desire and make all your plans succeed. God bless you, Drew. Kaylee Dixon. Kaylee is genuine and speak honestly about her feelings on various topics. She would like to pursue a career in accounting and invest in real estate for additional income. She would like to be remembered as a very hardworking and dedicated person, all of which is inspired by her mom and dad, who are her role models. Her favorite quote is, "Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be." Her favorite memory at CCC is being in sewing class with her friends. The best thing about life right now is leaving high school, and she is thankful for her family, teachers, God, and friends. Kaylee indicated that Mulan is her favorite movie character because she is brave, loyal, cares deeply about others, and refuses to give up. So Kaylee, I leave with you Isaiah 58, verse 11. The Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water, whose waters do not fail. God bless you. Daniel Burure. Daniel is kind, respectful, and pleasant. He is interested in a career in accounting. He also has a passion for football, and most of the boys participate in football. Most of the boys in this graduating class participating in football during lunch and break time. His favorite memory at CCC is his first retreat in grade 6. I guess he was excited because that was the first one. He was excited to learn about Jesus, to meet other students, and to have fun with his friends. His favorite quote is, at the end of a storm, there is a golden sky. He's inspired by his parents, who are hardworking, disciplined, and resilient. He is thankful to his family for their guidance, without which he would not be here right now. One funny memory that Daniel wants to bring up. One funny memory was in elementary school when his friend Abe thought it would be a good idea to cut his hair. and the next day he showed up to school with shaved eyebrows for a picture. The best thing about his life right now is his family. He is proud of his grandfather, who traveled from Africa for the first time to meet with him and his siblings. This indicates how special family is, and he will not take that for granted. When asked what movie character he would most like to be, he said, Spider-Man, because he would like to fly and save people while being anonymous. His advice to others is work hard, stay humble, and put the Lord in all your plans, and you will accomplish your dreams and goals. Daniel, I would like to leave with you 1 Timothy 4, verse 12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. God bless you.
It's always a great privilege and a great pleasure to be able to do profiles of these students. Desjardins Joseph. Desjardins has quietly gone about her work and her studies at CCC School with diligence and persistence. And I know this because I've watched her every day come to class early after lunch. And the results are evident. I'm not sure why her favorite memory is about the pipe bursting upstairs and flooding the computer lab. It can't be because she didn't want to come to class, I'm sure. Desjardins plans a career either as a family lawyer or as a social worker. I like her advice, which is don't limit yourself to certain things in the moment, but instead embrace opportunities. The quote Desjardins chose to share is 1 Peter 2:15, "For it is God's will, by doing good, you should silence the ignorant talk of foolish people." I would leave this with Desjardins, Proverbs 14:23. It suits her very well. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. God bless you, Desjardins. Tarek Douglas. I get all the diligent students. Here's another one. Tarek, another student who quietly and diligently goes about his work, and he wants to be remembered not only as hardworking, but also as a great athlete. And his mom said, the guys like to have sports at lunchtime. Tarek's quote reflects this. Dream big, work hard, stay humble. Good advice for all of us along the way, I believe. Tarek's favorite memory is the trip to Cape Brac when he was in 4th grade. That memory must have been pretty strong to have lasted this long. That's a great memory. Mr. Welcome, aka Simon Biblical, also seems to have left an impression upon Tarek as he played football and went to health and PE classes. Thankfully, like most all students, Tarek is thankful for his parents. I leave you with this blessing from 2 Corinthians 9:8, Tarek. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. God bless you, Tarek. Deborah McFarland, another one of our diligent students. Hardworking, yes. Deborah made an impression on me with the house she designed in Building Tech last year. She works conscientiously to do her very best. Those characteristics will stand her in good stead as she plans to operate her own business someday. Deborah's favorite quote is another one with good advice. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. And Deborah's advice is sound indeed. Continue to love, continue to forgive, continue to grow. Deborah wants to be remembered as someone who had a good heart and was a good person, and I believe she indeed will be remembered that way. I think of you, Deborah, in reading Matthew 25:21. His master replied, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." God bless you, Deborah. Esther Cameron. I'm sure Esther appreciated her studies at CCC, but her favorite memories are the social ones with her friends, Angelique and Rachel. I can attest that when you saw one of them You probably saw at least one of the other ones, or maybe both of the other ones at the same time. Esther would like to be remembered as someone who is never afraid to be herself, and her advice to others follows along with that. Don't let anyone change who you are. And yes, Esther is a very solid person in knowing who she is. Your uniqueness is your strength, and the right people will value you for being exactly yourself. Thank you for being who you are, Esther. In this way, you take after your biblical namesake. Esther did not detail future plans, but it sounds as though she might be a lawyer, because if she could change the world, she would work to make sure everyone gets a fair chance at opportunities. Esther, I leave you with Proverbs 28:25, and I want you to remember the last part of this verse, not the first part. The greedy stir up conflict, but those who trust in the Lord will prosper. God bless you. Demario E. Banks. Demario is a familiar figure at Triple C who has persevered through the years to keep on track. Now he stands here graduating. His perseverance paid off. I like Demario's favorite quote: "If you're good at something, never do it for free." His advice to others is also worthwhile. Work in silence and let your actions speak for you. And I think that's the kind of boy that Demario is, young man, I should say. Indeed, Demario has pretty much done that. How would Demario like to be remembered? Well, as Mr. Nonchalant, chill guy. Oh yes, and as the biggest Barcelona fan in the school. Demario's plans are to be an entrepreneur and live a happy life. We trust that God will see you through with these plans, Demario, just as he has seen you through your school career. May these words from Galatians 6:9 and 10 remain with you, Demario. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially those who belong to the family of believers. God bless you, Demario.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start off with Asia E. Banks. Asia has exciting plans for the future as she aims to pursue a degree in urban planning, with a particular focus on working in the public sector to serve her community. She's passionate about creating spaces and opportunities that will benefit all members of society, and it's clear that she has a heart for making the world a better place. Recently, just need to brag on her a bit, during her work experience, she made such an impression on the persons she worked with, her supervisor, that they offered her an internship over the summer. So, her favorite song, Heal the World by Michael Jackson, perfectly reflects her spirit. The message of healing and compassion is at the core of what drives her, and it speaks to her desire to change the world for better. If she had the power to make a difference, Asia would make education and healthcare free for everyone, regardless of background or circumstance. Asia is deeply grateful for the people and experiences that have shaped her, her family, her friends, her education, and the opportunities she's been given. One piece of advice she would give is to take advantage of every opportunity to learn, whether in the classroom, extracurricular activities, or in everyday life. Learning is the key to growth and success. Throughout her time at Triple C, Asia has been a dedicated member of the Duke of Edinburgh program, school choir, Key Club, and the Yes Club. She's always looking for ways to contribute to her school community, and her passion for service shines through in everything she does. To inspire Asia as she continues on her journey, I'd like to share a Bible verse that I believe speaks to her mission and heart. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Asia, your journey is just beginning, and the future you are creating is one of hope, service, and positive change. May this verse remind you that the plans for your life are full of promise, and as you continue to serve your community, know that you are walking in purpose and in the direction of great things. Continue to chase your dreams and make the world a better place. All the best. Anya Davis. Anya's future plans are nothing short of inspiring. She will be pursuing a bachelor's degree at the University of Miami in architecture with a minor in geography and sustainable development. Her vision for the future is clear: to work in the field of sustainable and environmental architecture, encouraging and implementing sustainable practices to create spaces that will not only stand the test of time, but also protect and preserve our planet for future generations. Anya's journey at CCC has been filled with meaningful memories. One of her favorites is doing building tech with her friends and going on many field trips around the school. If you were to ask Anya how she would like to be remembered, she would tell you for her kindness, determination, and integrity, and for uplifting and helping others. And I'm sure you can all attest to that. If she could change the world, she too would make education and healthcare free for everyone. She's grateful for her family, friends, and teachers whose encouragement and love have shaped her into the person that she is today. Anya has 2 pieces of advice that she would give. 1, there's a reason and a season for everything. And 2, don't doubt yourself or procrastinate. You can do anything you set your mind to with God's strength. These words reflect her unwavering faith, resilience, and belief in the potential of every individual. She has been actively involved in a wide range of extracurricular activities, from volleyball to chess club, KPMG's Brain Bowl, student council, and Key Club, where she served as an amazing editor. Her involvement in these activities speak to her leadership, discipline, and willingness to go above and beyond in everything she does. I'd like to share this Bible verse that speaks to your strength and determination. And it was already said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4, verse 13. Anya, with God's guidance, there are no limits to what you can accomplish. Your dreams, your passion for sustainability, and your desire to help others are all part of your incredible path you're creating for yourself. May you continue to be a beacon of light and inspiration to those around you. We wish you all the best, Anya. Alan Wagner II. Alan is set to pursue a bachelor's degree in statistics at the University of Florida, with hopes to become an actuary. It's clear that Alan is passionate about the power of numbers and their ability to shape solutions in the real world. One of his favorite songs is The Longest Time by Billy Joel, a nostalgic tune that I think captures his reflective yet optimistic spirit. If you know Alan, you'll know that he has a great sense of humor and a bit of a lighthearted touch, as evidenced by his favorite quote by Michael Scott. Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way. This quote perfectly embodies Alan's personality. He's genuine, humorous, and always ready to roll with life's unpredictable moments. He's deeply thankful for his family, friends, and the dedication of his teachers who have supported his journey. Above all, he is grateful for all that God has done in his life, recognizing that every opportunity and achievement is a blessing. His bit of advice speaks to the resilience he's developed throughout his life. Life may knock you down, but it's up to you if you get back up. Never give up. He understands that setbacks are a part of life, but it's our response to those challenges that define us. He was very active in Key Club, a service organization that promotes togetherness and gives back to those in need. To him, Key Club isn't just a club, it's the best club. And he encourages everyone to join and experience the fulfillment that comes with helping others. And might I add that you were an amazing president. To inspire in your path ahead, I leave you with this verse in Proverbs 16, verse 9. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. This verse reminds you that while you make plans and set goals, Alan, it is God who ultimately guides your journey. It encourages you to walk in faith, knowing that every step is part of a greater purposeful design. Alan, we wish you all the best as you embark on this exciting new chapter in life. Najwa Campbell. Najwa has big dreams for the future as she plans to pursue a career in the medical field with aspirations of becoming a general practitioner or a pediatrician. Her advice, be kind and generous to others, speaks to her compassionate nature and how she strives to make the world around her a better place with each interaction. Najwa has many fond memories from her time at CCC, and some of her favorites include playing Just Dance during class parties, moments filled with laughter and fun that create the bonds we cherish throughout our lives. And speaking of funny memories, Najwa will always remember the time when Amelia accidentally clotheslined Jeffrey, sending him airborne. And don't worry, he wasn't harmed in the making of that memory. I'll always remember Naj, as she used to use up half of my phone storage, as the fearless leader of the selfie bandits, always hijacking my camera roll and snapping herself and her partners in crime. Her favorite quote comes from Crumble Watterson, and it sums up her hardworking and determined mindset. I've been braining so hard my think hurts. She's another healthcare advocate who would make it free and more affordable for everyone. She's incredibly thankful for the internet, food, and volleyball. And on a personal note, I want to share how thankful I am that Najwa always made the time to give a hug. Her hugs had a way of brightening anyone's day and making people feel seen and cared for. I'd like to share a Bible verse that I believe resonates with your purpose and dedication. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Proverbs 16, verse 3. Najwa, as you continue to work toward your dreams of becoming a doctor and making healthcare more affordable, always remember that your work and your heart are aligned with a higher purpose. You're already making a difference, and I have no doubt that your future will be filled with compassion, care, and success. I wish you all the best. Ethan Anderson. Ethan has been a standout member of our school community, serving as the Chief Hallway Patrol Officer, a role that reflects his leadership and responsibility in making sure our hallways are always safe, or not. But beyond the hallways, Ethan is chasing his dreams with relentless determination. He's heading to Wheaton College to pursue a degree in business administration, and while continuing to chase his passion for football with hopes of playing at a higher level. Ethan credits his mom, dad, grandparents, and Emmy Martinez as his role models. And he's incredibly grateful for his family, friends, and loved ones who have shaped and supported him every step of the way. One of his favorite and funniest memories, well, that was winning the business law mock trial, where he'll probably tell you he outlawed henna. If he could change the world, Ethan would aim high, and that's to become the President of the United States, using his natural leadership to make a difference. His advice is both funny and practical. And that's check under your bed for the boogeyman. It's a light-hearted reminder that sometimes the scariest things in life are the ones we let our imaginations run wild with, and the importance of facing our fears head-on, no matter how silly they may seem. Ethan would like to be remembered as a good student, a great friend, and teammate. He hopes to leave a lasting impression of kindness, responsibility, and loyalty. He admires Darth Vader, not for his darkness, but because Ethan appreciates the idea that no one is defined by their worst moment. To Ethan, this character incorporates the notion that mistakes do not have to define who we are. We all have the power to choose to change, to grow, and to become better, regardless of our past. While at CCC, he participated in football, both at the school, club, and country level. and he was an established cadet and a dedicated member of the chess club. As you move forward, I leave you with this verse. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. Psalms 28, verse 7. Ethan, may you always draw strength from your faith and walk forward with confidence. We can't wait to see the incredible things you will accomplish. We wish you all the best.
Good evening, everyone. Liam Martin. It's a real honor to take a moment to talk about Liam, someone who may not always be the loudest in the room, but whose presence is deeply felt and quietly respected. If you've ever been on the CCC campus during lunchtime, you've probably seen a group of students on the field caught up in a game of football. That was Liam's happy place. Not just about the game, but about connection, competition, and joy. In a world that often demands seriousness, Liam knew the value of taking a break, having fun, and making memories. Liam is thoughtful, he is steady, he's the kind of young man that you can trust to show up, to follow through, and to do things not for recognition, but because they're the right thing to do. He's been part of Christian Men of Standards, Key Club, Yes Club, and in each space, he's carried himself with quiet leadership and humility. He didn't need the spotlight to make an impact. He just showed up consistently, and that mattered. When asked who inspired him the most in his time here, Liam mentioned the first one, Mr. George. Good job. Miss Chin, Mrs. Douglas, and Mrs. Ray. That says a lot about him because he sees the people. He notices who pours into him, and he doesn't take it for granted. Liam's favorite quote says, "You're going to make a difference. A lot of times it won't be huge, it won't be visible even, but it will matter just the same." And that perfectly captures how Liam lives. He doesn't chase applause. He builds character, and character is what lasts. As he looks forward to a future in mechanical engineering and dreams of growing into an auto shop, I can definitely say he's going to get there. Not just because he's smart or driven, though he is, but because he has the kind of grounded values that make things sustainable, which is integrity, faith, and grit. He's also the only person I know whose favorite book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid and who wants to be like Batman because of his detective skills. That's Liam, a mix of humor and depth, reflection and fun. When asked what he's thankful for, Liam listed life, friends, family, teachers, and most meaningfully, Jesus, who gave his life for us. That's not just something Liam says, that's how he lives, with gratitude, with purpose, and faith at the center. Liam, I'll miss your gentle heart, your quiet strength, and your genuine care for others. CCC has been better because you've been here, and wherever you go from here, I'll know that you'll continue to make a difference. Even if it's not always visible, it will absolutely matter. I leave with you Psalm 119, 31-32, which says, "I hold fast to your statutes, Lord. Do not let me be put to shame. I run in the path of your commands, for you have broadened my understanding." Liam. Abe Muhammad. Abe, someone whose energy, intelligence, and determination have left a mark on CCC. Now, Abe is one of those rare students who can make you laugh, who can challenge your thinking, and surprise you with a little bit of robotics in there mixed in as well, all in the same conversation. His wit is sharp, his smile is contagious, and beyond it all is a level of maturity well beyond his years. Abe's favorite memory at CCC goes all the way back again to grade 4, which is a trip to Cayman Brac. That trip must have planted a seed for adventure because since then, he's been moving full speed ahead. Whether it's taking part in youth parliament, competing with the robotics team, scoring goals on the football field, or representing Key Club, Abe brings passion, focus, and more than enough humor to keep things interesting. One of my favorite things about Liam is how clear he is about his path. He knows where he's headed. Motorsport engineering and one day becoming an F1 race engineer. That sense of direction is rare and it's driven by more than just ambition, it's fueled by purpose. Abe said the best thing about life right now is knowing what he wants to do, and that kind of clarity is a gift. He's inspired by his father, not just for what he's achieved, but for the resilience and discipline he's shown in getting there. And it shows in Abe as well, that same drive and that same strength, that same heart to push boundaries, especially for Caymanians. If he could change one thing in the world, he said he'd expand the opportunities for Caymanians everywhere. That tells you everything about his character. Abe's favorite movie character is Iron Man, not just for the cool tech, but for the way he built his suit with sheer engineering brilliance. And fake or not, that curiosity, that creativity, and that confidence, Abe's got it. Abe, you're going to go far, but more importantly, you're going to lift others as you go. We'll miss your quick wit, your thoughtful presence, and the way your smile could brighten the longest day. Never give up, as you said, and I know that you won't. I leave with you Romans 15:13 that says, "May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope." Amen. Lorena Peterson. Lorena, you filled our hallways with beautiful music, and you've brought laughter, wisdom, and heart into every space that you've entered. Now, I've always said and told my students, I'm not here to turn you into professional musicians. I use music to teach about life. But every now and then, someone comes along who loves it just as much as I do. Lorena is one of those rare gifts. Her favorite memory at Triple C, every laugh in the music room, especially the one shared with Tia. And if you've ever been lucky enough to hear that laugh, you know it has a way of brightening even the most stressful rehearsal. She brought joy into the music room without ever asking for attention, and that's who Lorena is. She lives with intention and gratitude. Her favorite quote from Mamma Mia says, "Life is short, the world is wide, I want to make some memories." And make memories that she has. In choir, in band, in friendships, and in those small moments that have added up to something unforgettable. One of the memories I will never forget, and I truly mean this, is when Lorena composed her own original piece of music, and we had the privilege of performing it with our band. In my 9 years of teaching, that was a first. I can't express how proud I was watching her take something from her imagination and bring it to life through sound. That took courage, creativity, and a level of musicianship that's incredibly rare at this stage. Lorena is inspired by her mother and her grandmother, two strong women who have modeled perseverance and sacrifice. And you see that strength in her as well. She's not loud, not showy, but steady, compassionate, and deeply grounded. She's aiming for something big, to write music for film and television. And honestly, I believe she will. Because Lorena doesn't just play music, she feels it. She understands its power to move people, to tell stories, and to heal. She once said she wanted to be like Mufasa, wise, loyal, strong, and uncorrupted by power. I'd say she already shares many of those qualities. She lifts others up, she leads with quiet confidence, and even as a student, she's already been an inspiration. Lorena, you will be deeply missed in the music room, but your voice, your spirit, will echo far beyond these walls. Thank you for all the memories, the music, and the heart. You've made this chapter unforgettable. I leave with you Psalm 16:11, which states, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy, and at your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Lorena. Danielle Pink. It's a real privilege to speak about someone who's brought a whole lot of talent, heart, and personality to our school, and definitely to my band room. That someone is Danielle Pink, or as many of us know her, Pinky. Now, there are students who are involved, and then there's Pinky. She's got Key Club, rugby, school, band, police band, choir, robotics, and more. It's a wonder how she ever sleeps. But what's remarkable isn't just that she showed up, it's how she showed up, with commitment, with excellence, and a sense of humor that made even the longest rehearsals a little bit more fun. If you've spent more than 5 minutes around Pinky, you know she's got a brain wired for tech, a heart wired for music, and an eye for all things Apple. We've shared plenty of geek out moments over Apple keynotes, over new devices, and of course, MKBHD. And I've loved every one of them. Not everyone can juggle Miles Davis, rugby tackles, and robotic builds, but Pinky can, and she makes it look easy. Her favorite quote is from Steve Jobs. Let's go. "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Pinky doesn't waste time. She's carving her own path, whether that's in technology, music, service, or making people around her laugh and feel seen. If she could change the world, she'd eliminate climate change and make education more affordable. And that's not surprising because she doesn't just dream, but she cares deeply. She's grateful for her family, for the opportunity she's had, and most of all, as she put it, for simply being alive. That's the kind of gratitude that makes her who she is. Pinky, I'll miss your dedication, your incredible sense of humor, and all the shared interests that made our connection so special. You're a force, a brilliant, funny, and thoughtful force, and the band room just won't be the same without you. Congratulations, keep being exactly who you are, because the world needs more of it. And I leave with you Jeremiah 29:11, which we've heard this evening. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and future." Danielle. Bradley Kelsey. Tonight, I have the honor of sharing a few words about someone who's made quite an impression over the years. Someone who's kind, talented, respectful, and who has a legendary record for the longest bathroom breaks in my music class. Bradley is one of those students who does a little bit of everything: football, key club, karate, guitar, band, choir, and he does it all with quiet consistency and heart. He may not always be the loudest voice in the room, but when he shows up, whether it's on the football field with his trombone in hand or playing trombone in the band, he brings focus, respect, and this unshakable calm that's rare in high school students. One of his favorite memories at Triple C was playing lunchtime football with his friends, and honestly, I think that sums him up well. Bradley thrives in moments of fun and connection and in teamwork. He values people, the right people, and he's thankful for having grown up around friends who share good morals and for a family that's inspired him: his mom, his dad, his siblings, and most of all, God. His favorite book, again, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which makes sense because let's face it, Bradley is anything but wimpy. But he definitely has a great sense of humor. And when asked which movie character he'd like to be like, he says Optimus Prime, a leader with strength and strong mentality. And I'd say that's not too far off. Bradley leads by example. He's not flashy, but he's dependable, thoughtful, and strong in spirit. His future plans: to become a pilot, and I like this one, to afford rent. I got you. Which, let's be honest, might be the most realistic senior goal I have ever heard of. He's got dreams. He's not giving up on them because, as he puts it, the future is built on dreams. Bradley, I will miss your steady presence, your musicality, your kindness to your peers, and yes, I'll even miss having to give you time limits when you're asked to use the bathroom. You've been a blessing to be around, and I know you're headed towards amazing things with your dreams, your values, and probably a flight path. Bradley, I leave with you Deuteronomy 31:6, which states, "Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you." Bradley.
Killer events. Killer's warm smile and kindness have truly brightened the halls of Triple C. One of our most cherished memories is the simple joy of sitting with her friends at lunchtime table, sharing moments of laughter that turn ordinary days into lasting treasures. Kayla lives by the belief that if you have good friends, no matter how challenging life gets, they make you laugh. This spirit of friendship and quiet resilience speaks to the deep appreciation she holds for the people around her. She draws inspiration from her mother, who she says is her greatest role model, as well as from friends who have supported and uplifted her along the way. She hopes to be remembered as someone her friends genuinely enjoyed being around. Her advice to others is simple yet profound. Keep going, even when it feels difficult, and always put your trust in God, for He'll always make things better. I agree with you, Kayla. Grateful for the time she now has to spend with those closest to her, Kayla reflects on her journey with thankfulness for her family, her friends, and the experiences that have shaped her. She has truly enjoyed being part of the volleyball team, the Key Club, the ICB Girls, which has helped cultivate her sense of community and service. As Kayla steps confidently into the next chapter of her life, we are certain that she will continue to shine. Kayla, I leave you with this blessing and word of encouragement from the book of Psalms 37:4-5. It says, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord, and He will bring it to pass." God bless you, Kayla. Tia is excited to begin the next chapter of her life, pursuing a career in information technology, with the goal of becoming an IT technician. Yes, the person will be calling to tackle any tech mysteries. Known for always bringing energy, determination, and a few laughs, as she's doing, to everything she does, Tia would like to be remembered as someone who was somehow chaotic, but highly motivated at getting what she wants. Her favorite song, "In My Room" by Julia Wolf, reflects her love for having space to think and dream big. When asked which fictitious character she relates to most, she chose SpongeBob SquarePants for his fun-loving spirit, endless optimism, and ability to find joy in the everyday, and never backs down from an adventure. That's Tia for sure. One of her favorite high school memories was teaming up with her friend Ali to help both in the culinary class so that they could get free food. As Tia heads to college, her piece of advice to others is always to be themselves and not let anyone change who they are. Tia, as you step into the future, may your path be filled with God's love, purpose, and joy. My verse of encouragement to you comes from Isaiah 30, verse 21. Whether you turn to the right or you turn to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." May it be a verse to encourage you each and every day of your life, Tia. God bless you, Tia. Alexandra Chin. Ali, as her friends call her, is driven by a passion for innovation and sustainability. Alexandra dreams of traveling the world, partnering with countries to develop eco-friendly technologies that protect the environment and preserve natural habitats. One day, she hopes to settle in either the rainforest of Costa Rica or the rolling hills of Italy. Your dreams come true, Alexandra. When asked which fictitious character she relates to most, Alexandra chooses Captain Jack Sparrow. A street smart, tactical, witty, and free-spirited adventurer. Like Jack Sparrow, Alexandra values freedom, humor, and has the courage to forge her own path and stand by her own convictions no matter what. Her favorite book includes The Poppy War and The Boys of Torment series by Chloe Walsh. A quote she holds close to her heart is from Bob Marley, which says, "Beginnings are usually scary and endings are usually sad, but it's everything in between that makes it all worth living." And it's in that in between where Alexandra has truly thrived. Throughout her time at Triple C, Alexandra has been an active member of the Kenya National Rugby Team and the Key Club, demonstrating her dedication to teamwork and community service. One of her funny memories is sneaking into the culinary class with Tia, and you can all guess for what? For free food. Her advice to others is both bold and sincere. If you want to do something, just do it and worry about the consequences later on. It's typical Alexandra. Alexandra, we're incredibly proud of all that you've achieved and even more excited about the journey ahead. And I leave you with this blessing and verse of encouragement from Psalms 37, verse 23 to 24. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his victorious right hand. Ali, may the Lord continue to uphold you with his victorious right hand. May God bless you. Genesis Gordon. Genesis has been part of Triple C family since pre-K, and her journey through the years stands as a quiet yet powerful testament to perseverance, leading her to this important milestone today. Though naturally reserved, Genesis is someone who opens up with warmth and sincerity once you get to know her. She hopes to be remembered as someone who was quiet, yet talkative and lively with those she grew close to. When asked to share a piece of advice, Genesis gives this simple reminder: if you slack off, just remember to do the work before the deadline, so you get the credit you need to keep moving ahead. Must have been for Mr. Chrysler. If given the chance to change the world, Genesis says she'll start by going back in time and doing some things differently. I'm sure we all do. The best thing about her life right now is the bond she has created with some very close friends, as well as the time she now has to go for swimming, to travel, and to indulge in a bit of shopping. Genesis says she's thankful for her family, her friends, and most of all, her beloved dog, G. Genesis, we are proud of all that you've accomplished and excited for the journey ahead of you. May your path forward be filled with peace, joy, and meaningful discovery. And I leave you with these blessings and a word of encouragement from Psalms 32, verse 8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Genesis, may the Lord continue to instruct you and teach you and counsel you with his loving eye on you. God bless you, Genesis.
Good evening. Madison Javier. Madison says that her favorite memory from all her years at Triple C school was coming to school each day and spending time with her friends. She also said that she loved all the field trips that they went on from time to time. One fun memory that she will take with her was from a recent trip that the grade 12s did. It was a boat trip. And the whole trip was fun, but the highlight was when DeMario suddenly showed up on his jet ski. She says that the best thing in her life right now is the realization that she's about to graduate after 12 years at Triple C school. She's thankful for her friends and family and all the opportunities and the blessings that have happened to her in her life. Overall, she says she's thankful for God's guidance in her life. She points to her mom as her inspiration. She would like to be remembered as hardworking and optimistic, and would be like to be thought of as a leader. And all of those qualities are high on the list when I think of you. Her plans right now are focused on the medical field, hopefully becoming a doctor by the end of her studies. But she's not all hard work and iron-fisted concentration, though, as her purported favorite quote can attest to, and she quotes a saying by an obscure teacher as one providing inspiration to her. The teacher said, The more you do at school, the less you have to do at home. She was involved in a host of clubs and activities here at school. Key Club, ICB Girls Club, Robotics Club, Yes Club, a member of the volleyball team, and one of the leaders in the praise and worship team. One piece of advice she passed along to others is that even when life seems too stressful to handle, keep your head up and never give up. I leave this verse with you from Romans chapter 12, verse 12. Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. Madison, go with God. Amrita Rajkumar. Amrita is thankful for her family and friends. She is looking forward to a trip to Europe in July to ease some of the stress of the last few weeks. Her favorite book is a toss-up between Flowers of Algernon and Animal Farm. And she found her favorite quote in the movie Dead Poets Society. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. This is a little insight into the mind and character of Amrita. And while she acknowledges and admires much of the beauty of life, she also sees the reality of the day-to-day struggles some people have. And that is why she plans not to chase her artistic talents, but to finish law school at Truman Bodden Law School and become a corporate or contract lawyer. Bills need to be paid. But she's not without her own passions, and she admits that she was glad that she joined the art class elective, and that also she was able to volunteer to take charge and edit the class video projects. So a little bit of the artistic was part of what she did. If she could change one thing about the world, she said she would like to make sure that everyone had access to free, adequate health care. And she'd like to be remembered as someone whose standard for assignments never lessened. I know that for sure. One piece of advice that she has for others is think smarter, not harder. I leave with you Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. And do not forget to do good and to share with others, for with such sacrifices, God is pleased. Amrita, go with God. Hannah Shamdasani. Hannah likes to step out and meet challenges head on. This is perfectly illustrated in the choice of her favorite quote, reflection is better than regret. This is also mirrored in the one piece of advice that she would offer to others. She says, the first step to success is getting out of your comfort zone and taking action. And this is exactly what she did during her high school years at CCC, where she was actively involved as a member of the Key Club, the ICB Girls Club, the school chess club, and playing badminton at lunchtime. She cites her mom as her role model and the person that she most is inspired by. She's thankful for the special bond that she has with her mother and says that without her, she couldn't do anything. In the same vein, she's thankful for her family, friends, and life in general, and the fact that she actually recently passed her driver's test without harming anyone. Her current future plans include being a model and/or becoming an actor. One funny memory that she will take away from CCC is all the bloopers that she caused while filming videos for chapel. She'd like to be remembered as a bit goofy, but someone who loved having fun. If she could change one thing about the world in which we live, it would be to ban wars, because so many innocent people die. She believes that countries should solve differences through negotiation. If only world leaders shared her sentiment. The verse I leave you with, Hannah, 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity. Go with God, Hannah. Devin Ewing Chow. Devin's favorite quote is one attributed to Confucius. A man who moves a mountain starts by carrying away small stones. She says that if she could change one thing about the world, she would strive to replace all the hate and the violence that we see around us with love and harmony. There are so many wars and genocides, and the world will not see peace until the love of power is overcome by the power of love. She would like to be remembered not only for her academics, but as an individual who made a positive impact on others. One who created a sense of spirit in a room, was a helping hand, and spread love. And definitely I've seen that from Devin these last couple of years. People who inspired her, her mother, father, sisters, and her friends. Her future plans after high school include graduating from college, travel the world, and to be able to financially support her family through finding a career that she will love, but will also pay well. She says that overall, her goal is to find peace. A piece of advice that she would offer to others is that the life that we are blessed with is only as good as what we make of it. As humans, we spend so much time complaining about the present that we fail to realize all the beauty slowly passing us by. We only live once, so make sure to actually live. Don't let your fears or doubts dictate your life. Devin was a member of the chess club and the key club, and she was a student representative in the student council, and she was a proud member of ICB Girls, where she found sisterhood. Devin, I leave with you James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Go with God, Devin. Angelique Taranti. Angelique cites verse 5 of Psalm 46 as her favorite quote and the mantra for her life. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day. In her relatively young life, she's already had to face hardships, loss, and challenges, but has risen to meet and overcome the challenges presented to her. She takes comfort and inspiration from her mother and her grandmother, both of whom have been big role models for her. She says that she would like to be remembered as someone who didn't have it all figured out, but kept trying, kept growing, and came out stronger, especially when it came to playing the saxophone in the band, Mr. George, and learning to cope with AP Calculus. Her immediate future plans focus on obtaining a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in human resources. One funny memory that she will take away from Triple C was playing hide-and-seek spoons in English class after exams were done, and everyone leaving the game with a bruise because several people took the game a little too seriously. She says that the best thing in her life right now is the changing of the seasons, graduating from high school and moving on to the next stage of life. One piece of advice that she would give to others at this time is that your friend group might change, and that's okay. Just find your thing and run with it. Things she is currently thankful for include an education, her mom, her friends, and God for bringing her through the challenges to this point. She's also thankful for everyone who helped push her to do better, and even the people who tried to bring her down. because they provided the necessary stimuli to keep her working hard. And Janique, I'll leave Proverbs chapter 3, verses 3 and 4 with you. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Go with God, Angie.
Can we put our hands together again?